So if you're watching this video, you know that having a personal brand and selling coaching or a high ticket service or even a digital product through that brand really is the future. You are well aware that the future is online. You know that the creator economy is set to double in the next 2 years, that it's already bigger than Hollywood, it's already bigger than the gaming industry. But at the moment, you're not taking action and you're maybe getting in your own way. You maybe have some limiting beliefs that are getting in the way of you actually taking action and building online and just starting. So by the end of this video, I want you to have all of the tools you need to get started today, to get started getting attention, connecting with people, and then making your first sales. So hopefully through this video, you'll be able to see where I started, okay? Where I started maybe 4 or 5 years ago now, where I am now. And I've really tried to simplify this, okay? We're often overthinking this whole online business thing. And, you know, we see these crazy funnels, these crazy strategies, and all of this high-level marketing stuff. Okay, cool. But we have to get there first, okay? If you're still trying to make your first 1K online, your first 10K online, then you probably don't need this high-level marketing stuff, okay? You don't need a wacky, crazy funnel. You just need to nail the fundamentals. So I have a lot of people kind of in the DMs. They're not a good fit for kind of like my high level programs, but they know that they want to get started online. So in this video, I just wanted to share how I got started doing this online stuff very, very badly. How I was doing this very, very badly, but still making enough money initially 4 or 5 years ago to quit my 9 to 5, have that freedom, and then build and learn from there. Okay, so I wanted to show you the imperfect action that I took, okay, and that you can take some imperfect action now as well, and think where you'll be in a year's time, 2 years time, 3 years time, if you just continue taking imperfect action, how far you'll actually get. Also, I want to showcase some of the mistakes I made, how I could have made a lot more money a lot quicker, how I could have positioned myself a lot better, and just so you don't have to avoid those mistakes. So it won't take you as long as it took me. So I'll get back to some of this wacky looking stuff here first. And I just wanted to simplify what online business actually is, whether you're selling a digital product, whether you're selling coaching, or whether you're selling a service. This is essentially it, okay? So maybe you've heard this before. Simple scales, fancy fails. If you're just getting started online, we want to keep this as simple as possible. Now, I'm sure you see online people trying to sell you magic solutions. You need to be doing this. Have you got a VSL? Are you doing a landing page? Right, you need an email list. And you're just like, oh, I don't know where to get started. Let's break it down. This is essentially all you're trying to achieve online. You're trying to get attention, okay? You're trying to get attention. You want to get the right attention. Then you're trying to connect with people after you get their attention, deepen a connection with them. Then you want to convert them and then deliver them results. And then once you get confident getting them results, you can get more attention, connect with more people, convert more people, get better results. And this just increases over time, okay? This is essentially it. This is all it is. You get attention, you connect with people, you convert them into customers, you get them amazing results. And you keep doing this and you keep getting better at each of those things. You get better at getting attention, you get better at connecting with people, you get better at converting people, sales, and you get better at results, delivering. This is it. So this is all it is, but we just have to level up in each of these areas, but we have to start, okay? You can't improve something that doesn't exist yet. So we just have to start, okay? So if you're someone who already has an online presence or an online personal brand, you probably realize that this video is perhaps not for you. This is really for you if you're still just kind of holding back from getting started, okay? I really want to encourage you to get started here. I've got nothing to sell you. My high level program will not work for you if you haven't got started. So selfishly, I want as many people to start online. I want as many people as possible online building out their brands so that when they do start making their first 10K a month, that's when they come to me, okay? So that's the selfish intention behind this video, but really, I haven't got anything to sell you here. I just want you to get online. I want you to get online because it's changed my life. Here I am in Thailand, chilling. I used to be a teacher. I used to be a secondary school teacher, exhausted, without a tan. I used to be locked in a room without windows most of my life. And then by the time the day was over, it was dark. And now I've been riding around all day. I've still worked really hard, but I've been riding the day, catching some sun. I chilled and had a coffee, did a bit of work. nail my morning routines. I'm more efficient than ever before. I get most of my work done in the first 2 hours. It's changed my life. I get time to read and study and improve myself as a person, invest in my health. I've got money to eat good food. Life's good. Life's good. And you can have this as well. You can have this as well. You've just got to start. Okay, so we know the basics now. Attention, connection, conversion, results. How might that look? How might you actually do that? Okay, let's get attention through creating some short form content, through creating TikToks, through creating Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Twitter posts, or X's, whatever they're called now, tweets. Okay, that's how we get attention. Okay, now what type of things should you talk about? Stuff you know about, stuff you're interested in. Don't overthink it. Literally don't overthink it. So if you're getting started, don't overthink it. Have you read a book? Did you watch a video? Share something, share one of your thoughts. Try and make it original. Or if not, if you don't have anything, just kind of purpose something that inspired you. Just share it and say that it inspired you. Hey, I saw this and this inspired me. Get started, okay? So that's how we get some attention, some short form content. Brilliant. How do we connect further with people after we've got this attention? Long form content plus more short form content, okay? People see one bit of short form content, keep posting. Post 5 bits, post 10 bits. Now, if people watch all 10 bits of content that you've posted, you now have a deeper connection with them. Okay, how do we convert this person into a customer? Okay, DMs, talk to them. Hey, and I'm going to show you what this might look like in a sec. Hey, how are you? I can help you with X, Y, and Z. I'm going to show you how I did it. Then deliver them amazing results, or just whatever results you can deliver at the moment. Okay. And then get better at all of this. So you might do the short form content through IG, short form and long form. So I basically just use IG and YouTube because they're the best ones for me. I'll explain why maybe in a different video. And then YouTube and DMs, and then I have my service. Have my service and my consulting program. Now really, yeah, all of this content. Okay, you're gonna have to get good at making content. Just start. I was rubbish. As you'll see in a moment, I was very bad at making content, but you just need to start somewhere. Short form content, IG, content. YouTube plus IG, get good at making some content. I'm recording a Loom video right now. It's not that hard, okay? It's not that hard. You can find ways around it. It's all about the value you're delivering. Don't overthink it. YouTube plus DMs, content. Service, you're probably going to be making videos for people. It's going to be more content for them. So just get good at content, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, just get good at basic video editing, okay? Just invest in that, okay? Everyone's watching videos all day, every day, so get good at making basic videos. All right, so I just really wanted to simplify it. That's all you're doing online. Get attention, connection, conversion, results. Okay, I'll move on. So basically, you hear people talk about a funnel, and we already kind of covered this. I talk about a funnel. I have a funnel that is great and works really, really well. I explain it in other videos. You can go and check those out, and I'll probably do a few more videos on it because I've kind of refined it even further up until this point. So this is the funnel, top of funnel. When people talk about top of funnel, they're talking about awareness. This is your short form content, top of funnel. Now, people might talk about nurturing an audience. That's your long form content, or just daily stories on Instagram or a podcast. Nurture, that's where people get to know, like, and trust you. And then you convert them. That's through DMs, through sales. Basically, sales is, hey, do you have this problem? And if they say, yes, I have that problem, you say, oh, okay, do you need some help solving that problem? Would you like my help? And they either say yes or no. That's basically sales. If you've got something you can solve for someone else, that's you selling a service. Or if you can edit videos for someone, if you can, I don't know, teach them how to salsa dance, and they really want to salsa dance because you spoke a load about salsa dancing, and then you did a podcast or a long form content about how salsa dancing changed your life and helped you get boys or girls and meet the love of your life. And now someone's chatting to you because they're interested, and you go, oh, well, I can help you start salsa dancing. Like, don't overthink this. Like, you'll see in a second, I made my first online money through selling, like, teaching people how to make beats, like house music. I undercharged for it. So, yeah, the funnel, attention, connection, convert. Okay, now remember, start and you get better at each of these things. You get better at getting attention, you get better at connecting with people, and you get better at converting people. But you've got to start somewhere. You have to just start. Start with attention, start with connecting with them, and then convert. Just start. Okay, so there we are. Here's basically a very basic funnel. IG short form content. Basically, you're saying there, hey, check this out. This is something I'm interested in. This is something I'm good at. This is something that I have a talent in. This is something I've been working on. So whatever you're good at, really, whatever is something that you're passionate about, or you've read a few books on. Remember, this is another thing. Most people don't read a fucking book. Most people don't read books. And remember, you once didn't know how to speak. You didn't know how to ride a bike. You didn't know how to talk. You didn't know how to use a phone. Everything can be learned. Everything can be learned. All of the stuff I'm doing now, okay, people are paying me thousands. People are paying me thousands to teach them various marketing techniques, set up their brand, position their brand, get their brand image right, get their brand positioning right so that they can make more money. I didn't know any of this stuff. I didn't know any of this stuff. I read loads of books. I tried it. I saw what worked in the modern market. I got results. I got better at it, or I got close to business owners. I would say, hey, have you tried this? And they'd be like, oh, that's really good. I'll give it a go. And then they'd come back to me and be like, bro, that fucking worked. Cheers, man. And then that's when I started to build the self-belief. I just learned stuff. I just read some books. Most people don't. I think it's like something like ridiculous. Like 95% of people after the age of after they leave high school, never read a book again. So if you want to be ahead of 95% of people, read a book a year. Or if you want to be even further ahead, read a few books a month. Now you're an expert. Now you can start helping people. Okay, I know that might sound flippant. You might be like, oh, well, have I got these results, whatever. If you can help people, you can help people. If you can help people, you can help people. That's it, okay? It's good to stack the results and build evidence first. Obviously, that's going to help. If you can help people, you can help people. Okay, so IG. Hey, check this out. Talk about stuff that you're good at. Talk about stuff you're passionate about. YouTube. Do the same. Hey, check this out. This is all the stuff I'm interested about. And then I'll start asking people, hey, do you have a problem? On your stories, be like, hey, if anyone needs a hand with this, do you have this problem? Let's have a chat. Okay. Show people how you solved this problem, how you solved a problem for yourself. This is how I solved a problem. Cool. Thank you. Okay. Ask people in the DMs, do you need a hand solving the problem that I solved? If they're like, yes, be like, cool, let's chat. I'll explain how that works. And they'll either be like, no, I don't want to do that, or yes, I do want you to help me solve my problem. Okay, cool. I will help you solve your problem if you pay me. There you go. That's it. That's online business. That's online business. And I'm going to show you something now which is going to enable you to charge more if you actually take this into account. I'm going to give you an absolute bit of sauce that is going to really help you charge more. But that's essentially it. I just wanted to kind of make this video to be like, hey, it's so easy. It's so easy to just get going. So here's me a few years ago. I went back and I restored these. Okay, so I'm going to unrestore them or archive these again. How long ago was this? So 176 weeks ago, however long that was. I don't know how many. I can't do the maths right now. Right, how do we shut that up? Okay, so I would make beats. This was something that I used to do. I used to make house beats. I used to release house music, okay? And I got pretty good, okay? I didn't get amazing. I wasn't the best in the world, but I was pretty good. I got pretty good at it. So what did I start doing? I started posting videos like this. Tom Spark Music. I used to videos like this showing what I was doing. So this one is how to add impact to a drop, man. Add impact to a drop. Spark tip number 2. Bash! Look at that for an emoji. Look how shit this content is, and I'll put the sound on. I'm not even saying anything. I'm just adding a bit of text. And these shitty arrows. I made this on my phone. Okay? You don't really care about how to add impact to a drop, so I'll get rid of that now. But this is what I was making. Humanize your groove. People are like, nice. How did you do that? Look, this is the thing. You put stuff out there, you get attention, and then people are like, how did you apply this to your whole groove super quickly? That's interesting. Okay, I'll send them a DM. Hey, this is how I did that. Great tip, no problem. Yes, cool. Nice one. All these great class tip, big up. So people like it. They're learning something. These are other people who are also making beats, and they're all pretty happy about it. Great little tip. So now I was now I would have started this conversation with them and built out a whole better program. But then I just kept posting a few tips. Here's me speaking very awkwardly to camera with a rubbish, just using my webcam. Just talking shit. And those glasses, I don't wear glasses. I don't know why I had them on. I think I was nervous to be on social media, so I was like, if I put glasses on, that will make me look smart as I talk about making beats. There we are. More beat stuff, mixing claps. Look at these horrible thumbnail type things I've used with these crazy emojis, and they're just gross. From this, so that was me getting a bit of attention. Hey, this is something I'm interested in, making beats. I made some short form content, I guess it was, on IG. Then people started commenting. So I was like, oh, people like that. So what I did was I made a Patreon group where I said, you can pay me £30 a month. Was it like £35 a month? And I will make videos and give you access to the full videos. I'll make one video a week and you can have access to that video. I will also chat to you and give you help with your tracks. I think that was it. I think that's all I did. And I did it on Patreon that take like 20%. And I just put a link in my bio. And then every now and then on my story, I'd be like, hey, if you want to access those videos, that's how you have access. And it was a monthly subscription, and like people joined. And I was like, I actually started making like a decent, at the time for me, a decent chunk of change. It was like, I got up to like 3K a month for a few months. And I was like, oh, I can quit my job now. Like I'm earning more from making these videos, beat videos, than I am teaching for like 8-9 hours a day. All I have to do is make one. That was a big mental shift for me. I was like, I'm literally making one video a week about making beats and posting it on Instagram, and now I'm making more money than like my super stressful job where like these kids are just teenagers being teenagers, and I have to wear a fucking shirt and tie, and I'm tired all the time. I was like, why don't I just do that all the time? Why don't I just make the beat videos? It was a huge like, belief break for me. I was like, oh, right, I get it. I get this online thing now. It wasn't even hard, okay? So there you are. That's how I started. Now, what I also wanted to add, I can't wait to archive these. I hope everyone's looking at these. That'd be so weird with my like personal brand now if these have just appeared on there. So so I wanted to give you a little tip. Is it here? Where did I put it? There we are. This is a nice little tip. So I was selling those beats videos for just pennies, and then I was also giving feedback, and this is when I started realizing that I was undercharging. I was giving guys track feedback, really detailed, good track feedback, and I was like, this is now taking a lot of time. I need to start charging more. And then this is when I started like digging into, how do I charge more money? How do I sell better? Like I just started learning, like Googling it. I didn't even realize that I'd built an online business. I didn't realize. And I started just reading books and, watching podcasts, and then someone would recommend a book and I'd read that book and then I'd implement it and see what worked and see what didn't. So here's something if you can do that I didn't know. If you can do this now, if you can solve this problem now, then you're going to be able to charge a lot more money and waste a lot less time than I wasted. So solve a painful problem for a specific audience who has money and is easy to find online. Okay, solve a painful problem for a specific audience who has money and is easy to find online. Now, I was solving a painful problem for producers because I was showing them how to add impact to their drops. That was a painful problem for them. They wanted more impact in their drops. Genuinely, they did. Because music producers, they wanted to I'll explain this now. They wanted to get better at making music so that they could send it off to record labels, get signed to a record label, then maybe they would get some gigs, and then maybe they could be the big balls DJ guy where everyone's going, woo, nice drop, bro. I've been there, okay? So it was actually a painful problem for them. They were like, oh, I need to get better at making music. So people were willing to pay. Specific audience, beat makers, house music beat makers. So I had the specific audience dialed down. Is easy to find online. Producers, even though they're not very good at building brands, and if you look at most music producers, how they're branding themselves on social media, they're horrendous at it. But they are online. They are online watching videos. So I had 3 out of these. I was solving a painful problem for a specific audience, and they were easy to find online, which is why it worked. Now, here's what music producers don't have: money. Music producers are all broke. So when I tried to raise my prices to I think it was something like £50 a month, it was too expensive. Oh, I don't know, bro. And I started I wasn't getting any sign-ups. I was like, what? And I realized because they're all broke. Like, and I could go on and on about the music industry and why I kind of removed myself from it, but it's because they're spending all their money on cocaine and beer every weekend. Like, I made a reel about this, it pissed a bunch of people off, but it's true. Like, music producers or people who like the house music scene, they'll spend 20 quid on a ticket to go and see an event, and then they'll spend 200 pounds on drugs, on cocaine and MDMA and weed and balloons. And I've been there as well. I've been there. I had a wacky, silly Billy phase as well. But they would rather spend more money on the drugs than the ticket for the event, and they would rather save their money. That's why they're all broke. It's because they're doing drugs all the time, and drugs are expensive and make you unproductive. So they're spending all their money on drugs, and then they didn't have enough to invest in music coaching. And I was fighting this for a while, and then I realized, I need to move niches, because this is how most music producers are spending their money. Now, I did actually, this is the next stage for me. This is what happened. As well as doing that online group that I had that was making a decent amount of money, I was also doing one-to-one coaching. So I had more time. I was like, I might as well do one-to-one coaching. And I started off charging I think I started off at like £80 an hour. You know, it was good enough to be like charging, some people charge like 20 quid an hour, but I was good enough to be charging like, 80 quid an hour, seemed reasonable, and people were paying it, booking in like 3 sessions at a time. So between the coaching and that, and I think I had something else going on, I can't remember. Anyway, I was making a good amount of money online. So that was fine. Now, this was the next limiting belief that I had broken for myself. So someone who really wanted my coaching, and I just wasn't interested in working with them. I just thought they'd be a bit of a pain in the ass. I don't know, I was getting a bit bored of coaching music for people who just wanted to make beats. I was starting to kind of like have a bit of a bigger vision for myself than just like being in clubs playing beats. And this person really wanted my coaching, and I was like, okay. And I'd learned by this point to charge more. You want to get people on a call, and you want to sell a result. You want to sell a result. You don't want to just sell. So when I started off, I'm giving you a load of source in this. So when I started off, I was selling, hey, here's some videos. You get 1 video a week. But as I started learning about these things, as I started reading books on marketing, I realized, I need to sell a result. So what result am I selling? I'm selling the result of get your tracks ready to send to a record label. I'm selling the result of get your tracks ready to send to your favorite artist. So they play them, get them club ready and mastered. That's the other thing I was doing. I was doing mastering as well. Get your tracks ready to send to your favorite artist. And then it turned into like, learn how to like position yourself online so that you can you look good online as well, so that when you send and you reach out to people, they're like, this person is taking themselves seriously. So it went from just like, here's some videos of how to make your drop hit slap harder, to, hey, here's how to become like an artist. Here's how to become an artist and get recognized by your favorite producers. Okay, so I was starting to implement these things, and this was years ago. And since then I've worked with like pop artists, I've worked with big brands, like it's been crazy. But this was kind of as things were just getting rolling. So, yeah, I realised that I had this person who came on, really wanted my coaching, and I was just like, I don't really want to coach them. Then I said to them, I was like, okay, 3 sessions. Okay, we can do 3 sessions. I got them on a call, and I was like, right, that's going to be, I think I said like 1,500. I was like, for 3 sessions, 1,500. I'd never charged that much before. And I was like, right, if I just say 1,500, they're either going to pay it or they're not, and I don't really want to work with them anyway. And they were like, and I could see them thinking about it. I was like, okay, we're considering it. And then they kind of went over a couple of things. What I realised now, I was handling objections, but I didn't realise that at the time. And they were like, and what am I getting out of this? And I was like, yeah, so we're going to be, helping you communicate, get on record labels, how to present yourself to artists, how to kind of build your brand as well, and make music that's, going to be unique to you, your own style, so that you're recognised. And they were like, okay, let's do it. I was like, all right. Got off the call. They paid on the call. I was like, oh, sick. Okay, fine, cool, I'll take that. Now, what happened next surprised me the most. What happened next surprised me the most. So I got the money and I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm happy with that. Like, that's what I'm willing to work with this person. That's the amount of money I'm willing to work with this person for. What happened next was we did the 3 sessions. They rocked up to those sessions with pen and paper out. They were recorded. And they absorbed so much from those sessions. More than any other coaching session I'd done before. They were so attentive, they had considered questions, they were ready to implement. And I didn't realize this at the time, but because they had paid more, they paid attention. I'm sure you've heard that. If people pay, they pay attention. Which is why we value things, it's why we value a Rolex. Because it costs money. Because it costs a decent chunk of money. So it has more value. Okay, it has more perceived value. So what I'd done is I'd made my offer, I'd added perceived value to my offer, kind of without realizing it, but by adding that perceived value, it was actually became more valuable because the degree to which that person showed up to each call, they rewatched all of the recordings, they actually went and implemented everything I said they implemented. That person got the best results I'd ever got coaching anyone. I couldn't believe it. They were playing gigs exactly where they said they wanted to play gigs. They were releasing on these amazing labels and they couldn't thank me enough. This is the thing. This is the limiting belief you have to break. And again, like I said, just get started. But this is what I found, and this is the limiting belief that is why now I charge high ticket. It's because people actually get better results. When you get paid what you're worth, and they really pay an amount of money that is, Alex Hormozi, what does he say? It's like it should make them like that kind of feeling, like, oh, it needs to sting a little bit. When they hear the price, it needs to sting a little bit, okay? And then that way, they really pay attention. They take action, they get amazing results. That's better for me, that's better for my business, because I can now go, hey, look, we get these results. We get these results over here. You see? So it feeds back into my business. I can be like, oh, I get these results for people. And I've got more money in my pocket, so I've got more time to be selective with who I work with and get better at what I do. And I'm not having to take like 100 calls a week or 100 calls a month. I can now just take considered less calls, earn more money, and people get better results. This is why high ticket works, okay? But you have to get there first. You have to start with getting some attention online. Get some attention, connect, convert, and get them results, okay? Now, when it comes to pricing, this is why we were over here, wasn't it? So when it comes to pricing, don't do what I did and pick a niche or be in a niche where people don't have any money. Be in a niche, solve a problem for a specific audience that has money and is easy to find online. Make sure they have money. Then you can charge high ticket. And know this, by charging high ticket, you're going to give more to your clients because they've respected you with a certain amount of money. So you're going to deliver. When I sign a client now and it's like a 10K deal, like I'm giving them everything. I give them everything. And then they get better results and they're super happy, and that's great for my business. Everything's good, okay? So by charging high ticket, it just adds more value all round. Okay? So solve a painful problem for a specific audience who has money and is easy to find online, okay? That's it, really. Do that, get attention, and then learn as you go. You'll get better. Like I said, you'll get better at all of these things. You'll get better at all of these things over time, but you need to get started first. So I wanted to give you final thing. This was only going to be a 10-minute video, but hey, you've spent a bit of time with me now. So don't overthink it. Here's your action step. After this video, you're going to record a bit of content about something that you're interested in, or you're going to write a thread, write like a tweet post about something you're interested in, something you're passionate about, something you want to help other people with, and you're going to post it on social media. And if you've got a shitty old phone, you're going to use that phone, and you're going to use the Instagram captions apps, or you're not going to add any captions, okay? Now, that's fine. Start where you are right now. Need I remind you? Start with what you've got. Download CapCut, Figure it out. You can do that, okay? Record a video about something you're interested in and post it on social media, okay? It's not going to be amazing. But if you keep doing that and you keep making tiny little tweaks over time, you're going to get good. And then now my profile looks much nicer. There we are. Much nicer, much cleaner, because I got good at this over time. Looks much nicer, looks much more professional. People take me much more seriously. I'm able to charge much more money because people take me more seriously. It didn't start that way. It started like this 172 weeks ago. Okay, but I didn't stop. Okay, I didn't stop. I got better, and now I'm able to live in Thailand, wear a shirt with no buttons, drive around, enjoy myself, and do something I really care about. Work with amazing clients who are happy to pay me, and I'm excited to work with as well. So that's the game. That's the online game. Okay, so I hope this video has been helpful. Go ahead. If you've watched all this video, actually do something now. Go ahead. Take some action, get out your phone, talk about something, and look, you have a unique genius inside you. If you've watched any of my stuff, you watched any of my content, you know that I believe that there's a divine spark in all of us, okay? You have a genius in you. You have a genius in you that no one else has. And there's people who, by you sharing your insights, are going to greatly benefit from that. So you're being selfish. You're being selfish by not sharing these insights. You could really impact someone. Deadmau5 says, he's a producer, he used to say with music, if your music impacts one person, then it was worth it. If your art makes one person smile, then it was worth it. If your message, if your whatever makes one person rethink a certain thing, it improves their life, then it was worth it. Start there. Start connecting, aiming to connect with one person. Then connect with 2, then 3, all the way up to 1,000, then 1,000,000, you know. Start with connecting with one person and helping one person. When you help one person, it will snowball from there. Okay, so you know what to do to get started now. Like I said, I've got nothing to sell you. What can I point you towards? So there's a brand mastery masterclass I did. If you go to my Instagram, there's a link in bio. It's completely free. You just have to put in your email address. There's a brand mastery masterclass where I actually break down this funnel, and I also talk about storytelling. So if you've already started posting and you kind of have a grip of all of this, then I talk about storytelling, how storytelling is going to increase awareness and also build a deeper connection. Okay, go deep on storytelling. And yeah, I kind of give you all of this as well, and I answer a bunch of questions to some guys who are on that call that are really, really valuable. I also, as part of that, I have like a content guide as well. I think I put that in there as well. So it's like what phone settings to use, how to frame your images, how to set up your Instagram profile, just like all of the basics to get started. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm 100% sure that's in there as well. I'll leave a link in the description of this video as well, so you can download that. What else? Go ahead, watch the podcasts as well. Like, the point of the podcasts is to help you get more purpose, profit, and peace. Okay, so I believe that those are the most important things, that you have a purposeful life with a lot of profit, and you're also peaceful as well. Okay, if you're peaceful without profit, you're not going to be peaceful for long. If you have a lot of profit and no purpose or peace, you're not going to feel very good about yourself, and you're not going to be very satisfied with your life. And if you have a lot of purpose with no profit, then you can't really do anything. You can't really do anything. So, and it's kind of like the starving artist mentality. It's like, oh, I'm a broke artist. Like, there's no money in music. There's no money in my art. Okay, if you say so. If you say so, you know. So, purpose, profits, and peace. The whole point of those podcasts is to speak to inspiring people who are earning like a good amount of money, all over 6 figures online today, and I'll just ask them questions about how they're doing it. I ask them questions about what inspires them. There's so many valuable things. Like, I believe there's enough in the podcasts I've released so far that can get you to 10k a month. Like, seriously, there's so much good stuff there, to the actionable advice in those podcasts. So, like, I do implore you to go ahead, get stuck into them, watch those. They're super helpful. And yeah, some great ones coming out as well, so just stay tuned for them. So yeah, those are my 2 CTAs, call to actions. Go ahead, download the Brand Mastery Masterclass, get stuck into that, use the free resources, the content creation resources, And also, when you see the podcasts come out, go ahead, watch those on YouTube or listen to those on Spotify. And if you do like them, feel free to comment, and that helps things along. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So appreciate you. Hope you are enjoying life and things are going well. And yeah, I'll catch up with you soon.